here's a real question for you, brother.
Yeah.
I get burnt out on bass fishing, whatever fishing, but the cool thing about what I do is I can just switch gears like that and go do something else, whether it's muskie fishing now or striper fishing or even trout fishing or crappie fishing or saltwater fishing, whatever it is. I can switch it up, make things fresh again. But you guys don't have that option. Like, you have to keep bass fishing the entire year.
Yeah.
So how do you keep from burning out?
It's definitely a balance, and a lot of things I look at is like I always look at the older guys that have been competing for a long time. When I see the guys that are burnouts and they've burnt out, and that's what makes me worried. Like, I don't want to do that. You know, I don't want to turn into that guy, and so it's definitely a balancing act. You've got to be super careful to make sure that you get rest, but you really sometimes you just can't. So you know, what we're doing right now is what I call, for me, that's switching gears, and this is what I like. I love to chase big fish, big baits, and in Australia, barramundi, big Murray cod is what I would say I'd tournament bass fish throughout the year, and I loved bass fishing. But if I could do anything, I'd go chase huge Murray cod or big barramundi on big baits, top waters and stuff, and that's my true passion. And so that would help me. So the big bait stuff, I try and throw it up in between in between tournaments, but you know, sometimes you just got to put your head down and you're just going back to back to back tournaments, and there's really, you got to realize that I love what I'm doing at the time. So, but you're just always looking sort of towards like when you get that break, making sure you have that reset and do that thing that you love, what will reset you and then give you that big lot of energy to keep going. But for a tournament angler, it's hard because you just, from January till October, there's not many breaks in there. It's just non-stop. This year we were 4.5 months on the road straight, no break, and that's a long time to like just keep going. So you got to just make sure when you can rest, you rest, and when you can throw something in there or switch gears, you do it. But really, there's the end of the year for a tournament angler is where you reset, is the off season. You go hunting. For the guys that love to hunt, you go hunt, or you chase big fish, big baits, and you do all the things that you didn't have time to do through the year.
Or pick up basketball.
Yeah, like even that's fun. And for me, it's for my thing. My off season is working out. I get my fitness and my strength back up to the highest level I can, so I'm ready for the season coming up, because you're so busy that you let the fitness go a little bit. So for me, it's fitness, hunting, and big fish. That's my off season, and that is what helps me reset and recharge and get ready for the next year. And a lot of guys, by the end of the season, you're like ready for the off season. So a lot of guys will keep fishing. It's just straight for bass, and that works for guys. But what I've found is, you're always looking at guys, looking for guys that have been successful and what's worked for them. But what works for one guy just doesn't work for the other, for you or for the next guy. You got to find what works for you. If fishing for bass right through the year is what excites you and what you love, then do that. But don't push it because another guy does that. That's what he does, and that's how he's successful. Just find what works for you. And what works for me is when I'm excited about fishing, and I love being excited about the tournament season coming up. So getting out and chasing big fish and hunting and getting my fitness back and getting recharged. By the end of by the new year, I'm recharged and excited for the tournament year to start. But I'm a fisherman just like you. I love just catching fish. So anywhere through the year that I can break up the bass fishing and go saltwater fishing. I got out with Crete, we caught marlin. I've gone kayak fishing offshore. When I'm up north, if the tournament's over and there's 1 or 2 days, and the camper has helped to do this, I'll go and chase muskie or big trout at Bull Shoal. So
yeah,
that's my little like. They're only small breaks, but the second I've got one, I'll like try and catch something big or something different that I've never caught. You know, around that area.
Nice. Yeah, staying mentally fresh is key.
Yep.
Whether it's tournament fishing or trophy fishing, and finding that balance is everything.
It's definitely a balance, and it's the mental side of things is so big with fishing. If you're just going through the motions, and I bet you've done it before, where you just found yourself casting, but you're not actually thinking about what's going on.
Yeah.
So you need like a restart, whether it's that day, just getting off the water and having lunch or something and coming back out, or whether it's like just having a break. And for you, you know, you've got so much editing and so much work to do that you can do. Sometimes it takes you to get off the water for a little bit, reset, get back on.
Yeah, I'm famous with my buddies for putting like the talons down and straight taking a 20-minute nap.
Yeah.
You know, especially on those early days.
Yep.
If you travel, you know, 2 hours one direction, you didn't sleep the night before because you were pumped and the coffee worn off. Just got to hit that reset button sometimes, and I'll wake up and fire off a cast and boom.
Yeah, you're
like, are you kidding me? I'm like, man, you know, just had to recharge.
Yep. Yeah, the mental side of this game is.
You should try that in a tournament.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Just be like, hey, co-angler, we're just gonna take a 20-minute siesta.
You keep
right
casting.
now.
I'll let me know if you catch something.
Just throw a dog crawler out there. You might catch one while you're sleeping.